Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time, especially after a long 3-day weekend. Hope everyone had a great Labor Day. Got to spend some time with friends, family, loved ones, refresh, right? Get it all out, and then come back Tuesday morning grinding away on your business, right? On our business. So there's never been a better time, right? We come back Tuesday morning, right? September, and it's Life Insurance Awareness Month. And you've probably seen either our marketing, maybe the carrier's marketing, or some of our competition, right? Through e-blasts and webinars and posts on social media. So what we wanted to do was start out the month a little different, right? We're going to spin this training, this webinar, a little different than we typically do. Number one, we basically went out there, right? And we said, okay, it's Life Insurance Awareness Month. We put our agent hat on and we said to ourselves, this is through our marketing department meeting that we hold every week, is let's pretend that we're an agent out there in the field. What would help us move the needle, right? What kind of concepts and sales ideas, strategies, marketing platforms, leads, right? Tools, campaigns, what would help us make more sales is the bottom line and help more families. So we put our heads together a few weeks back and we literally handpicked three of our favorite carrier campaigns for Liam, Life Insurance Awareness Month, and we're rolling these out to you. What we also did is we wanted to pull in the latest statistics, what's going on in 2023 compared to prior years. We're looking at industry trends, right, in the life and annuity space. And we're going to share everything with you so you can kind of gear your marketing towards the trends. And if as an insurance agent, hey, the millennials are spending time, on this social media page, obviously you want to make sure that you are present on that page and you're active and you're constantly creating new marketing pieces and flyers, right? So that's what we're here to share in layman's terms so everybody can understand. Okay, we want to make sure that no matter your age, no matter how long you've been in the business, right? Or no matter what your focus is on different parts of the industry, if it's more with CFP, if it's more with FEX, final expense, or term sales, or just an independent insurance agent, and it's the 100-foot overview, we have a little something for everyone today. Okay, the goal is our agents walk away with nuggets, right? Because you're going to write down notes as we go, that you can walk away with these nuggets and start marketing this afternoon to drive more sales, right? To make sure that there's more consumers out there that are asking you for quotes or more info, okay? Because a ton of life insurance is being sold right now, right? Hopefully it's a lot of it is coming from you. But I can imagine, there's 1.8 million agents in this country today. There's just under 1 million that are in the independent brokerage space. And there's a ton of people that are doing something a little different that you can learn from. So the whole point is we're going to jump in and share everything with you. You take little bits and pieces and incorporate that into your everyday marketing practice. Okay? So sit back, relax. We have that Q&A pane that you can expand if you want to ask questions. You want to share comments, good, bad, indifferent. We want to hear from you, please. Okay, especially if it has to do with, hey, Bill, I want to start using this lead program or this campaign that you're rolling out. Please dive in. Okay, we create these trainings because of you. Okay, so it's very important that you share. Okay, constructive criticism is positive criticism. There's no bad way to look at this. So please jump in. Okay, what we're doing is we basically are taking the next 45 minutes or so, and we have broken it up into 3 sections. Okay, very simply put, the first part of the presentation is going to be all about statistics, industry trends, what we're seeing, and not just us at Levinson, but LIMRA statistics, okay, and trends. So we're going to share a little bit about everything in phase 1. In phase 2, Andrew is going to take the wheel and we're going to dive into our top 3 favorite Liam marketing campaigns from 3 different companies that Andrew's going to share with you. And you can literally leverage these platforms as soon as we hang up today. Okay, so that's going to be great. And then phase 3, as soon as Andrew's done, I'll take the wheel and I'm going to jump into the latest lead programs and what the agents are saying. I'll give some of my own personal feedback where we're seeing the most premium, right? Because you need to know this, especially if you're going to invest your money, okay? And obviously there's a co-op discount, but you still have to put up the dollars unless you qualify for the free Orphan Leads, which I'll also share. And then we'll put a bow on this right at the end. We're also going to talk about a new turnkey marketing platform called Revenue Accelerator. You're going to get a sneak peek. In fact, we are launching this by Friday of this week. So it's very, very cool, 100% complimentary. And if you're an agent out there, and I don't care, think about this for a second. If you're an insurance agent, you're a PNC agent, health insurance agent or agency, you have an existing book of business, we have a turnkey platform that gives you all of the scripts, the mailers, the e-blast drips, everything you need to go out to your existing book and sell new products, cross-sell, okay? Even if it makes sense, replace or sell additional coverage. But we're going to show you exactly how to do that. We put all the pieces together for you. And again, it's complimentary. So you got to take advantage of this. We can also customize this as much as little as you would like us to do for your agency, okay, for your company. So great, great stuff to come. All right, let's jump in. By the way, it's been a crazy, crazy month here at Levinson. We have new employees that are starting here. We're adding to the team. In fact, we'll have over 25 employees in-house and remote on the life and annuity side when everything is done here, which will be in September. So it's all great positive changes. What I also want to talk about is our agent feedback, because at the end of the day, right, all of this means nothing without you. Okay. And I say this every week because that's just how important this is. Okay. When I see these comments, these testimonials from Bob, Bertrand, and Paul, this is what tells us we're doing something right and we got to keep doing it. And there's always room for improvement. Okay. I always say, we're going to do a 99.9% job for you. Okay, and for that one time that there is maybe a carrier mistake, an underwriter decision you didn't like, pick up the phone, call me or Carrie. Okay, we will personally get involved for you to make it that 100% experience for you. Okay, a lot of times we don't have control of what the carrier says, but we're going to try our best and go to bat for you. Bottom line, end of story. Okay, so you got to tell us what's going on if you're unhappy. And like I said, we'll jump in right away to fix it. Let me share top left corner. Carrie, I work well with Kim, and she is a dynamo. Like you said, I really need that support. Agent Bob, who's in South Florida. We appreciate you, Bob. Josh is awesome. Super fast with illustration turnaround time. Thanks a million. Bertrand, again, means the world. Josh wears 2 hats on the life and annuity side. So he's stretched in all different positions throughout the day. So when I see this, I hear this, we love it. Okay, we send out a big kudos, a group email within the team just to make sure that that person is recognized. So please keep sharing these comments and testimonials. On the bottom, Paul, best FMO ever. I've been in the business for 20 years and have never had an FMO that goes to bat for their agents like you guys. Okay, that's exactly what I just was talking about. So there you have it. And this is agent feedback, and you can check it out on our Facebook page, okay, which I hope you're following, but you will see all of these comments in reviews. And like I said, we're not perfect, but we will always do whatever it takes and share your story with an underwriter, a VP, and try to help, let's say, a carrier with a turnaround decision or whatever it is, okay? We will go to bat, period. Okay, let's keep moving. All right, so with a new year, right? We're in mid-2023. We're coming up towards the end, right? End of summer. You have to make sure you as an agent, us as a company, that we're always looking at today, right? And then on the left side, I call it 2 hats. You have to wear 2 hats. On the left side, is what's around the corner, what's in the future, what's next. So you have, and you, by the way, as an agent, should be looking at our business the same way. Okay, what is my schedule? What's my calendar today? And what's coming? What do I have to look at and be proactive about? Okay, and I always say it's about technology. It's about change. It's about not forgetting the industry we're in and what made us successful, right? What brought us from A to, let's say, Z, okay, the last 10 years or 50 years or whatever it is, but then what's coming next and how am I going to build and grow? And the way I look at it, like I just said, it's change. I think if you can figure out the change part, then you're going to be off to the races, okay? The most successful people in our industry today have literally incorporated technology into a dinosaur insurance brokerage industry. They said, okay, I'm going to look at the latest and greatest tech. I'm going to look at our industry, okay, the hottest products, and I'm going to combine both. And that's where the most successful agents and agencies are playing today. Period. And it doesn't mean that they're in their 20s or 30s and they know tech like the back of their hand. No. In fact, one of our largest cases in history came from an agent in his 80s, okay, that wrote a $1.3 million case, 1.3 million of target annual premium on a whole life product, okay? Guess where the lead came from? Facebook. So there you have it. It doesn't mean that you have to be a teenager just to know technology, but understand the basics and incorporate it into our life and annuity brokerage industry. Okay? And that's what will bring you to the next level, period. And we're doing exactly that. If you check out the Levinson Life and Annuity Leader, okay, this is a editorial, an e-blast. We have Carrie's Corner built in here. We have all of our company updates, all of the carrier updates in a one-stop shop. We're sending this out to you every other week, and this is new, right? We made a change to our past 411 video we used to send out. The agents wanted a one-stop shop. They wanted easy, simple, fast, and we did that, okay? That's how you have to respond to your consumers. And I'm going to show you some stats and the reason why you need to think like that moving into the future, right? Because you have your hat on facing the left side, which is what's next. Okay, let's keep moving forward here. Okay, we're going to shift gears for a second and talk about why there's never been a better time, period. Okay, let's jump in, Andrew. Here we go. Okay, so when you hear my words, right, you're going to hear Andrew, and obviously you've spoken to members on the Levinson team. It's all great. It's wonderful. We have over 150 years combined life and annuity experience. Carrie started the company in 1972 before I was born. So we have a lot of knowledge on the home office side, on the brokerage side. To me, in my opinion, that's all wonderful and it's very helpful, but I want to see the latest current statistics. What's going on out there in the space, right? 1.8 million agents in the U.S. By the way, that's career and brokerage, captive and not, okay? But I need to see what is consumer behavior, right? What's going on in the public? That would tell me as an insurance agent, hey, I need to focus on LinkedIn. I need to focus on my e-blast every week. I need to focus on Facebook, whatever it is, okay? It could be threads on Instagram. It doesn't matter. But constantly, you as a salesperson, you have to focus on the consumer bucket, okay? And LIMRA is the perfect platform for that, okay? And here's the reason why. A couple things I'm going to point out real fast. Now, what's going on today, 2023, in September, right? Almost the end of summer here. In fact, it is officially the end of summer. And we still have a couple more months left for hurricane season. But anyway, bottom line is COVID, right, is starting to come back a little bit, right? We're in this slight recession, right? We know we're hearing about what's going on in this country, right? You watch the news, whatever you prefer, but I also depend on LIMRA statistics. Very, very important. And what it's showing me, right, with all of my podcast interviews and all of our research, The younger generation has never been more interested in life insurance. And it's so crazy to think about that because I know when I was in my 20s, right, I didn't say to myself, oh my gosh, I need to think about an IUL policy. I got to invest my 82 bucks a month here. No, you're thinking about, dating, and you're thinking about, who's going out this weekend and where are they going and who am I meeting at the gym and, who's going to be at this lounge, whatever. Okay, now people are focused on life insurance. The younger generation, Gen Z, millennials, okay, these are the facts. Okay, check out these numbers. So you say to yourself, why, Bill? Why do you think that is? And I know why it is, especially the last 3, 4 years. COVID was a huge eye opener, right? And we know this. If you think about it, you heard stories, family members, and it's unfortunate, but family members, friends, and it was maybe people in your network in their 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s that didn't make it, that passed on because of COVID, or maybe a complication from COVID, or God forbid, cancer. You hear these crazy stories, and what's happening, the younger generation is saying, oh my gosh, I'm 27 years old, right? Just got married, right? My spouse is pregnant. And what if something happens? What if I get COVID? What if the breadwinner gets COVID? Okay. Are we going to be all right? The answer is no. We need to look into a policy. Typically, it starts with term life, and then it's up to the agent to pivot from there. But that's how the conversation is opened. Okay? Are we going to be okay? Cousin Johnny, cousin Shelly didn't make it, okay, 2 years ago from COVID, okay, at 37 years old. We have to make sure we're protected. So that's what's happening today. And I know this for a fact because of my statistics in front of me. I also know for a fact I had a podcast interview with the head of Banner Life in the United States. Okay, their number, Banner Term Life Insurance, is up double-digit growth for 2023. Okay, that's a fact. So think about this. What does that tell us all? Okay, we know what the answer is. We need to keep our message out there. We need to stay scrappy. We need to have a YouTube channel. We need to be posting on social media at least once a week. Okay, you can go to Life Happens. They have a great website, great ideas with all the Liam marketing campaigns. Everything is at your fingertips. Okay, but the main point here is you have to get out there. Why? Because when these people are thinking, oh my gosh, honey, we need a quote, who do we reach out to? Okay. And you have to be active in your network. If it's through church, through temple, if you're into sports cars, if you're into knitting, if you're into cheerleading practice with your daughter, whatever the case is, you have to be active in that community. Okay. You have to be known as the insurance and annuity guru. So when the need comes up, boom, your phone rings, you get the DM, you get the email or text, Bill, I need a quote. Okay? So you have to get out there. And I always think a great start is if you're going to church every Sunday, right? You're active with the temple. Okay? You're a big cigar smoker. You meet up at Charlie's Cigar Bar every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Everybody in that cigar bar should know, oh my gosh, it's Bill Levinson, the insurance guru. So when the need comes up, the time, I'm reaching out to Bill. Okay? Right now, you should be writing down what is your network? Okay? Where do you spend your time? What are your hobbies? Where can you spread the word that I'm the go-to when it comes to insurance and annuities, period? Okay? Start there. Start small. And then what's number 2 and 5 and then 10? And then, hey, I'm the guru in South Florida. Let's open it up to Central and North Florida and then Georgia and then California. And it just goes on and on from there. Okay? That's how you need to think in this new world, especially with the new technology that's available. Think about 7 years ago. Okay? I remember there were products where the carrier and the reinsurance company said to the agent, you have to see the consumer face to face to sell a policy. Think about that. That wasn't that long ago. Okay. They said you cannot. I remember, in fact, Forrester's final expense, the agent had to see the client face to face to sell a policy. Now, guess what? Underwriting has changed. They finally have integrated with the latest technology, with reinsurance, okay, with the underwriting platforms. Now you can sell all over the country in minutes. Now you can even sell all over the country, and the consumer can do this while you're sleeping at 2 a.m. all over the country, okay? That all happened within, I would say, 5 to 6 years, a major shift. So again, you as an agent, leverage these opportunities. It's never been a better time for you. Okay? Let's keep moving forward. Okay, a few more stats. And what I like about this slide is this is showing me that the younger generation is going online. They're researching now online. They're checking social media. Let's go to the next slide, Andrew. They're going on Facebook and they're saying, "Hey, I need to learn about an indexed universal life policy. Is this worth it? Is this a scam? Tell me more." Okay? What does that mean? That means you have to be present on social media. Why? So they see your post and they send you a message or comment or pick up the phone and call you because you're the guru, remember? Okay? Look at your church or temple, the way you're active in your community. It's the same exact thing, but let's say online with YouTube or with Facebook or LinkedIn, whatever it is. You have to be the rock star. How do you become the rock star? By posting creative material, ads, articles, stats consistently over time. Okay? You have to be consistent. It's not going to happen overnight. Couple pointers real fast that I want to point out. Let's move to the middle section. And this is, by the way, we're going to send all of this out in a thank you email. But real fast, new survey data from April 22 to March 23. 54% of people ages 18 to 29 bought some form of insurance online. Okay? That's more than half. 65% of people ages 30 to 49 bought insurance online. That tells us, number one, you need to be out there and you need to be scrappy with your content. Number two, you need to have Insure Me Now Direct up and running with your logo. Okay, and we're going to show you how to drive traffic to your Insure Me Now Direct site, especially if you're working with health insurance or PNC. Okay, we're going to show you a few different options you're going to love. Okay, and the bottom point here, real fast, more than half of consumers buy life insurance from independent agents. And for most age groups, the preferred channels for learning more about life insurance are online, social media, and financial advisors. Again, you must be online and present. You got to be known as the guru. I can't say it enough. And by the way, even if you say, Bill, I'm focused on my $100,000 a year sale, right? I want that big $100,000 commission per policy. I don't have time for this. That's okay. But have this running in the background on autopilot. Why? Because you're going to get referrals from your big millionaire client, right? Or billionaire consumer. You're going to get referrals. You're going to get their family members, their kids, grandchildren. So you got to have your website. You got to have Insure Me Now Direct. And you can sell the smaller stuff on there. So you can put your time into the monster case or sale. Okay? Very important stuff. Okay, I have a couple more slides, and then Andrew's going to take the wheel. Okay, so real fast, Insure Me Now Direct, you know about this. It's complimentary. We own this platform. I created this just over 10 years ago now when people thought I was crazy. In fact, I remember the insurance carriers, compliance department said, Bill, there is no way we're going to let our products be sold on an Amazon type of platform at 2 a.m. while the agent is sleeping. It's never going to happen, okay? And I said, well, I'm seeing other industries go in this direction. And guess what? I had one product to start with. It was a decreasing term, but it didn't matter. We kept our foot on the gas. We knew it was a matter of time. Guess what? COVID hit, and then boom, all of a sudden, some of the most competitive carriers and products are now on Insure Me Now Direct. Okay, we're making more sales than ever, more premium than ever, and we have another carrier, okay, that we are launching come January 2024 with about 7 to 10 products. So this is the future. This is now, and this is the future. So you have to make sure your platform is up and running. Beth in our office can literally hold your hand and make sure that you're up to speed. But here's what I want to point out real fast. We know the need to have the online presence, to have a website, okay? And here's what I want to show you on the right-hand side. These are sample rates, real fast. 45-year-old, $500,000, 20-year term. Now, I would say maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, okay, we didn't have many options. And the options we did have, they were expensive, okay? So the point is, your same client, yes, they could go to an agent face-to-face or over the phone and save some premium, okay? I get it. Fast forward to today, not anymore, okay? Why? Because let's check out this sample client, this 45-year-old. Look who's coming up number one. It's Legal in General, Banner Life, okay? On Insure Me Now Direct, you still get full commission, your agent of record, and you did all this while you were sleeping, okay? So, guess what? Banner Life launching this week officially on Insure Me Now Direct. Now, let's just say, now with Banner up to 2 million, let's say a surety, right? Your client wants maybe up to $1 million and they want to return a premium feature, free life insurance. No problem. See that box checked? Surety Life, $67. A surety is on the platform today with 4 products with an ROP rider, okay? Now, when you look at Bestow, Nationwide, Ethos, let's look at the premium difference. And let's also think about this. Nationwide is trying to go direct to the same consumer bucket, okay, through that channel, Nationwide Direct. Ethos, what they're doing is ludicrous. They're saying, hey, we want you to send your clients to us as a referral. We are the agent of record. We will cross-sell to your client, okay, and we'll give you a little referral fee. I don't like that. That's not fair to you, the agent. Why would you do that when it's just as easy to sell Banner, a surety on our platform, make full commission plus renewals on most products, and you are agent of record and your client is saving premium. It's a win-win-win across the board. So the point is, this makes for a very easy story to tell why you need to have Insure Me Now Direct. And if I were you, I would be telling every agent I know, and we can put them in your downline and get their own platform up and running. Okay, so hello, no brainer here, and we're only adding to this. So it's very, very exciting. You know, especially if you've known me for a while, this is a dream come true. So to see this all play out is just unbelievable for me. And I just hope you all are leveraging this opportunity, getting the word out. Even if you're driving traffic to your platform and your consumer is saying, oh my gosh, I need more info. I want to talk to Bill. That's fine too. Okay, pick up the phone and make the sale. In fact, pivot to a Allianz IUL sale at $22,000 a month. Even better. Okay, but the point is you have to capture the lead. And now it's your new client, your new consumer. Okay, let's keep moving. Okay, real fast, I want to show you what's available on the platform today. Okay, now here's what's neat. So we just had a webinar appointment meeting last week with a P&C agency that has over 200 locations throughout the country and growing. And what they want to do, so just think about this, and you can make a note if you know anyone, or maybe you can think about a networking opportunity, whatever it is, some kind of arrangement. But this P&C agency, what they want to do is each one of their locations, they're going to set up a separate Insure Me Now Direct site with their logo, their colors, their phone number, email, and they're going to use this to market to their existing consumers, okay? Their existing book of business. Why not? It's literally flipping a switch and boom, it's on autopilot. So why not? But that's how you need to think about this platform in a different light, okay? Think about the Pest Control Association. We have a site for that group with their logo, okay? And you say, well, what's the value add for the members, okay? The value add is every consumer that buys a product, any product, gets a free scholarship program, self-enroll on the platform for their kids, their grandchildren, any blood family member, family, relative, niece, nephew, all the above. Okay? That's for over $40,000 of value, and it's free. Even with a small $7 a month accidental death plan that's guaranteed issue, whatever. It comes with every policy on the platform. That's the value add. So you got to think about this stuff. And in the past, you would say, well, the term premium is 20% more. Not anymore. Now you can feel comfortable saying, you know what? We have the least expensive term by an A+ rated carrier in the industry today, and it's on my Insure Me Now Direct site. Go click. Here's the link. Okay. Or walk them through it. Doesn't matter. Or do it face to face on their Apple smartphone or Android phone. Doesn't matter. Okay. Top left corner, Gerber Life. And I know I'm ranting a little bit, but I get excited about this stuff. Gerber Life is available on the platform. We have the Grow Up plan. We have guaranteed issue whole life. We have the AD&D product, all with free scholarship. Corbridge, bottom left, has a small term life. We also have critical illness with guaranteed issue limits. We have a guaranteed issue DI plan, a hospital-wise plan, and a DVH plan as well. Top center, Assurity Life, is one of our newest additions next to Banner. And here's what I love about Assurity. Number one, the comp renewals are awesome. Okay. Number two, think about downlines. We can set up downline agents so they get their own sites and then you make the override. But let's think about this. This all has ROP options available. Term to $1 million, DI to $4,000 a month, critical illness up to $75,000, guaranteed issue, accidental death up to $350. And again, you can attach the ROP rider on each product, and the term fully convertible. So again, a win-win-win. Banner. This is our newest carrier. Like I said, we've been in testing. We are launching this week officially. You have me on record saying this. Okay, so we will have on the platform the least expensive, best term life product with a household name on Insure Me Now Direct, which I have to pinch myself knowing that this is happening. It's just a dream, again, a dream come true. I said probably 3 times today, but you got to run with this stuff. Think about, banks, financial institutions, health agencies, PNC agents, CFPs that don't want to deal with the small term life sales, right? They want to throw it over here. Well, why not have your own site up and running, or you work with that certified financial planner, the estate planning attorney, work with that accountant's office, the PNC group, okay? You be the insurance go-to and use your platform and then work something out with them. Anyway, I just love this. The last section here, we're in the pilot phase with a new carrier, like I mentioned earlier, that's going to have about 7 to 10 products, including final expense, that should be up and running January 24. And it's just, it's unbelievable. Again, this is like Amazon for insurance products. So win-win-win across the board. Doesn't cost you a penny, no commission reduction to you. Let's keep moving along. And then I want to introduce Revenue Accelerator, and then Andrew's going to take the wheel. This is our latest marketing campaign. So we get the question all the time from agents, and they say, Bill, love Insure Me Now Direct. How do I drive traffic? Right? And that's a great question. So we have a list of great opportunities with Insure Me Now Direct. We'll include in our thank you email. But think about this. If we move over to the left-hand side, this is the newest turnkey platform that we're rolling out this week. So what this is, and again, think of any type of agency, company, anyone that has a book of business, a book of clients, right? That just step back for a minute, get the 100-foot picture. So what we do is Revenue Accelerator has a and basically think of it as a full turnkey campaign, marketing campaign. We start where if the company has a CSR, a rep, or an admin assistant, we have a voice script, okay? We have a postcard mailer. We have the first email introduction templates. And then after that, we drip on these consumers the second week, the third week, all the way up to the 10th week with different target campaigns. So different messages. One is going to start with, hey, this is Bill Levinson. Let's say Bill Levinson has a P&C agency. This is Bill Levinson from B&L's P&C agency. I now have this Insure Me Now Direct platform where you, being one of my customers, can purchase a life insurance product, CI, DI, accident, okay, all the above. Click here to get a quote and click here for more info or questions, whatever it is, okay? Now think about this. Then let's say there's no interest. Number two, we send out another drip that talks about why it's so important to have life insurance this day and age. Click here for a quote. Then there's still no response. Let's say number three is talks about critical illness. What are the statistics with people having heart attack, cancer, stroke? Click here for a quote. And then we go through DI and then accidental death, and we go through all the products week by week until that consumer clicks, get a quote, they apply online, and they have a new policy, and you just made a new sale by doing nothing. Okay? So we're even going to have a full training and a schedule set up through Kevin, an agency automator. So this is going to be like plug and play. As long as you have some kind of CRM tool or agency automator, we can get you running literally within minutes. Everything's going to be on our platform. If you want to co-brand it, obviously it takes a few days, but we can do all of this for you, and it's complimentary. So that's Revenue Accelerator. On the right-hand side is Revenue Booster. Very similar concept, but this is built just for P&C agencies. Okay, but it's a way to drive consumers back to your page to get a quote, get more info, and then hopefully apply, approved, and you just sold a new policy. Okay, all while you were sleeping. So some great options here. And again, it's all complimentary, and we will do all of the branding for you if needed. Okay, let's keep moving. So you say to yourself, Bill, lots of moving parts, lots of good info. I don't know where to begin. So we have a webinar, right? It's a video called Marketing in a Box. Let's keep moving forward, Andrew. And this is going to hold your hand and show you where to begin, right? How to get started. And then what platforms should you be active on? How many times a month do you post? What do you post about? Which platforms are most important, in 2023? Everything from A to Z. Marketing in a Box will include this in our thank you email. Next up is Andrew. He's going to dive into Life Insurance Awareness Month by 3 carriers that have 3 turnkey campaigns. Andrew?
Thanks so much, Bill. Appreciate that. As Bill mentioned earlier, we as a team, we got together and we said, if we were an agent and we were a consumer, what would we want to see? How would we want to go about this and get life insurance into the hands of the people that need it, right? So what we did is we went through all the various carriers and came up with 3 unique strategies or tools that you can use immediately. So let's dive right into that. So the first one we're going to go over is with Banner Life. So funny enough, they're on our Insure Me Now Direct platform, as you all know, and they developed pre-designed campaigns that you can go in and grab and put them into your CRM. You could drip market. You could use our agency automator or Ringy, or if you have your own CRM, you are more than welcome to do that. But basically, it just takes the guesswork out, right? If you want to talk about taking steps to safeguard your family's future, there's a presentation for that. If you want to talk about easy decisions in life and why you should have life insurance, they have a pre-designed piece for that. It's plug and play. So I thought this was great because it goes hand in hand with the #1 selling term rates in the country and the fact that you can bundle it with the Insure Me Now Direct platform. So really useful stuff. And again, we will send this to you. We have it ready to go, so you can dive into it immediately. The second thing that I found, which I thought was really great, is this piece from Corbridge. So everybody knows AIG is now called Corbridge Financial. They came out with this piece talking about life insurance is cheaper than a cup of coffee. And, it's funny because, you kind of think of yourself when you are looking at these things. And me personally, I probably go to Starbucks a few times a week, just like most people. And I'm sitting here counting how much I'm spending on coffee. And I'm like, I'm part of the average, right? So it says per survey data, Americans spend an average of $2,327 a year on coffee. You can go back to your clients and say, listen, if this is you, which it most likely is, you could take that $2,300 and buy a life insurance policy, $250,000, $500,000, $1 million. That's going to go a long way. So if you look on the right-hand side, this is just some stats from the carrier. They basically put it in perspective for you. What can you do with that saved money? And I thought this was really great because let's face it, we're all in this boat. I could relate to it. I feel you can too, and so can your clients. So this is a pre-made piece that's consumer friendly that we will also provide to you, and it just wakes them up, right? No pun intended, with caffeine and coffee. So moving right along here to the third and final piece that we found with North American. As many of you know, North American as well as Corbridge have one of the top IUL products out there. So they created a social media campaign that you can follow step by step. So this is specifically going back to our statistics that we talked about earlier, and that you need to be online and you need to be posting on social media. Well, North American has really stayed ahead of the curve there, and they said, you know what, we're going to create pre-made social posts that our agents can use. So I just screenshotted some examples for you here, but they basically tell you what posts you should have, in what order, and with some subtext as well. So you could start to use these right away and start dripping to your consumer and prospect database on social media. So again, all of this will be provided to you, but these are just some of the more unique things that we found come out through Liam this year. There's plenty more, but these are just some of the ones we felt were helpful for you. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get it back to Bill to go over some of our lead programs.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. Yeah, and just keep in mind, we mentioned taking notes and adding comments to that Q&A pane. If you can pick up one idea, right, or you want to participate in one of these turnkey campaigns and try it out, it's a win, right? It was time well spent. If you got one new client, if you got 150 new clients from InsureMeNet, whatever it is, okay, if it's a step in the right direction, time well spent, you're learning, you're trying something new, that's how you have to look at today's presentation, okay? It's all about marketing, leads, and at the end of the day, life insurance awareness, because it's Life Insurance Awareness Month, and you're going to see a lot more on this subject during September from carriers, from all the above. So let's dive in here. I want to show everyone what's available to you with a co-op discount. I also want to show you a way you can participate in our Orphan Lead program, which is complimentary. Okay, as long as you're writing premium, it's free. And in fact, we had a $18,000 case that was just written from one of our free Orphan Leads. So let's jump in here, Andrew, and I promise we'll get everybody out early today in about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, so what I want to talk about first is the most successful lead program, number one, that we offer, number two, that I've seen since I've been in the business, because we all know there is no perfect lead program that exists. And even if it is perfect or great, okay, and it's a matter of time where all of a sudden the leads will be called by 17 different agents. By the time you get to someone, it's a disaster. So we finally, after all these years, came across a good vendor. On a 1 to 10, I would say they are a 7, which in the lead world means they're a 17, right? We know how that goes. But these leads work awesome. We have agents that literally depend on this program every day, okay, for their business, for their company, period. So these are non-med up to $1 million. They're all generated through Facebook, okay, and the vendor just made some new updates, changes. They're getting even better. In fact, Ian, who was on our agent panel at the expo, this is his main lead vendor, his main lead source, okay, where he gets leads from. And this is, look at the discounting pricing here real fast. I want to show you $40, okay, and that's for a local lead, $30 if you're willing to work the whole state, and they're 100% exclusive, okay? A 10 lead order minimum, which is very low, and then 20 for statewide. All of this integrates into Ringy, or if you have another CRM tool that you would like to use, I like Ringy because that will do all of the follow-ups for you and literally set the appointment in your calendar for you, okay, without even speaking to anyone. So that's a great option. Let's move over to the right-hand side. This is the same vendor. He also offers a final expense lead, very similar concept, but they go down to $25. And again, here's what's so neat. You're saving about 10 to 20% by working with Levinson. Okay. Because think about the Costco, approach where we're buying in volume because of our 23,000 agents versus buying at a 7-Eleven, where you're buying like one little can or one little bottle of toothpaste. Okay, so you have to look at things like this. If you're going to take a shot, definitely leverage our discounting pricing platform. The next slide here are social media lead testimonials. This is what agents are saying. Okay, and again, check out our Facebook page and you will see all of this. We don't make any money on this. Obviously, we didn't make this up. Okay, but it's important for you to know we did our due diligence. We vetted the vendor. Everything was done 100%. And again, obviously, you're taking a chance. You're playing at your own risk. We don't make any promises because it's between you and the vendor. But I will tell you, we're seeing the best response ever from this program. So I'm not going to go over each review, but very important. We'll include this in the thank you email, and you can check it out tonight or on your own time when you get a chance. The next slide here are two various mailer programs. One is on mortgage protection, and then one has to do with financial services and annuities. So here's what's neat about these. So basically, think and just sit back for a second. And I know you're thinking probably old school mailer, what good is this going to do me? But here's the bottom line. So $600 is your co-op discounted price. So $600, that includes postage. They use your name and return address. You get 1,000 mailers, and you get to pick your territory. So nobody else is allowed to use that territory while you are still ordering. So again, mortgage protection, or the next slide, is going to be annuities and financial services, which a lot of times turn out to be monster cases. So this is another good option. You're saving about $100. Okay, same exact price range, $600 for 1,000 pieces. Obviously, different mailer, different message, and the average rate of return is about 2% right now. But both of these programs work very well. Just a little different than that real-time Facebook lead that I mentioned before. But definitely worth a shot, especially if you're working with a partnered agent or an admin assistant that can do some of the front-end calling and following up, or if you're using Ringy, even better. But that's where the program works the best, is especially with the follow-up touches. Very, very important. Okay, next up is our Orphan Lead program. So the way this works, and I know I'm trying to get everyone out quickly here, but this is very important because these are free, okay? If you're an active agent with Levinson, you're writing at least $10,000 of premium in a year, okay? That's not a lot of premium. You participate in our free Orphan Leads from various carriers. And this is what I wanted to talk about real fast. Top right-hand corner, this was an agent that came back and said, guys, great news. I just took one of the orphans. I converted it to a permanent product. It was an $18,000 commission on an IUL. So I know, and by the way, this is just one quick story, but we hear this all the time. So my point is, write the minimum premium, get those free orphans, and you'll see the difference. This is like the warmest lead possible because they believe in insurance. They already bought a term policy. Their agent's not around anymore, and here you come as Superman or Superwoman, right? And you're bringing up, hey, any beneficiary changes? Can we talk about a permanent IUL? And what's the difference? And by the way, you have 2 years left. So you know what the hook is. Great. In fact, that's the best program out of all of them. All right, let's keep moving forward. We spoke about follow-up, those touches. We all know the sale typically doesn't happen, right, until the 5th through 7th follow-up or touch. How do you do this? How do you keep tabs on all of these prospects, these leads? That's where Ringy comes in. Okay, so think about this with Ringy. Think about by the way, we use Ringy for agents. So you're looking at a shelf in front of you that's collecting dust. Where are your prospects sitting? Where are your potential leads? They're all on this shelf collecting dust. Okay, what Ringy does is it reaches out to every one of your leads or prospects and says, hey, it's Bill Levinson, right? Hey, I know you were interested in an insurance quote 6, 7 months ago. Okay. By the way, term rates are the best ever. We now have Banner on our platform, and it's going to touch each prospect with a text, with an email, with an automated phone call over and over until that client clicks schedule appointment in your shared calendar. And then you get a text saying, hey, Bill Levinson wants to talk next Tuesday, 2 p.m. Okay. So it's going to take all those stale leads sitting on the shelf collecting dust and turn them into potential clients. We're seeing about a 10 to 20% return. Okay. We're seeing that on our own agent leads. So imagine what you'll see on the consumer side. I know it works. You have a huge discount by working with Levinson. There's even a 2-week free trial, but these are things you got to look into. Remember, I was talking about, using the latest technology into your sales practice, moving into the future. These are things that you need to leverage, okay, to grow and move forward. Agency Automator is on the bottom. So this is a turnkey platform. When you think about a free website for life or annuity, when you think about lead capture, when you think about a basic CRM tool, we have a database built in for life or annuity with millions and millions of prospects. Okay. Now, here's the best part. If you're an active Levinson agent, this is free. Okay. You can get the basic version for $9.95 a month, which is the hosting fee, but it's free. Okay. And then we have various packages starting at, I think it's $39 and up. Okay. But it's very, very inexpensive. We host these trainings every week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But you got to jump in and check this out. We have videos, webinars, all the above. We also made some new additions, and they just loaded in new prospects into the database tool, updated for 2023. So definitely worth a second look if you're not using it today. Let's keep moving forward, Andrew. We got just a couple slides left. Okay, so I just recorded this podcast, one of my favorites, and we're going to launch it today. So keep your eyes peeled. Farron literally runs Banner Life Legal in General for the country. He's in charge of distribution, and we teamed up, obviously launching their term product on Insure Me Now Direct. This was a great 50-minute interview, and it talks all about their double-digit growth this year. In fact, we had double-digit growth with Banner this year as well. And why do we think that this is happening? We hear his take and where they're seeing the most premium. And we're also going to talk about why they are so focused on brokerage and how they're not going direct to consumer. So it's very interesting to hear his take and what they're focused on. So I like to hear that. We're all on the brokerage side. So it just is it's a good feeling knowing that we're in the right place and the future is brokerage when it comes to life insurance sales, which to me means the world, and it should mean the same for you. So let's keep moving forward. These are our upcoming trainings. So I mentioned Agency Automator. That's on the top there every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Kevin hosts those, our programmer. I want to mention real fast, top right-hand corner. This is a great training. Now, if you're interested in selling annuities, you're in South Florida, okay? We have a breakfast training live with Silac and, of course, the Levinson annuity team. This starts at 9 a.m. on the 20th of September. Make sure you're registered. We'll include the registration link in our thank you email. Let's scroll to the bottom in blue. So SBLI just came out with a instant decision underwriting platform. Now, it's not direct to consumer, so there is agent involvement, but they did revamp their platform with the latest and greatest technology like we were talking about earlier. Okay, we're going to discuss with their VP on the 14th at 3 p.m. this new platform and how it's going to help agents with SBLI term. On the bottom, this is one of the big ones. So Banner Life, the official hard launch of the Banner term on Insure Me Now Direct. We're going to go over Revenue Accelerator, right? We literally drill down to each template, the campaign, and everything you need to drive traffic to Banner's term on your Insure Me Now Direct on the 21st, 3 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you're registered for that. And then we have our last slide here. This is also our Positive Tuesday quote of the week. And by the way, talk about getting scrappy, right? Talk about how do I get my name out there? How does everybody know that my name is Shelly Smith, right? And I'm the master when it comes to life insurance and annuities and investment products. You got to literally sit down every day and make some notes saying, okay, Shelly, today I'm going to talk about IUL and why it's important for young professionals. And, tomorrow is going to be final expense for senior marketing. The next day is going to be free life insurance by leveraging return of premium riders. You have to think like this day in and day out. You want to get big, right? You want to be that MDRT top of the table agent. You have to get scrappy. And I don't care if you're 87 or 17, you got to get the word out every single day. Okay. And right? You're not going to see some huge return day one. You got to be consistent. You got to keep your foot on the gas. We've been doing it literally since 1972. Okay. So it takes a while. Okay. But the reward should be huge for you. But there's no shortcut around this. Let's end with our Positive Tuesday quote. Get to know yourself and be empowered. Learn to accept yourself and be invincible, right? The self-awareness journey is constant, nonstop, every day in every way, right? I'm getting stronger and stronger, bigger and better, right? There's no end to this game. So let's keep our foot on the gas, do whatever it takes. Keep your eyes peeled for our thank you email. Let's have a great week. We'll see you next week, and thank you again, everyone. Great selling.